Well guys, I have done something I promised myself I'd never do, and I've gone and bought myself a repaired Cat S Volkswagen Golf R, and whoever repaired this should be ashamed of themselves because it is disgusting. And when I say disgusting, I mean disgusting. There are so many problems with this car. I haven't even had it on the ramp yet, and just looking around, it is one of those, the more you look, the worse it gets. And yeah, we're gonna go around everything that I found in today's video. We're gonna get it up in the ramp as well, gonna have a look around everything that's wrong with this previously repaired car. And it is gonna be for sale, but it's that bad, I'm not even gonna ask for an asking price. I think I'm just gonna put it on eBay, and just whoever wants to bid the most can buy it, because I don't feel comfortable even asking a set amount for this car. Now, a quick backstory into why I bought this Cat S repaired Golf R, and I didn't buy it from Copart or an online salvage auction or anything like that. I wouldn't actually do that. I bought it off one of you guys, one of my subscribers, emailed me on Instagram and said, I've just bought this Golf R a couple of days ago, Cat S repaired, and I've gone to clean it and I found a load of damage, and the more I look, the more I find, and I've gone out for a drive, I've heard a noise, and now I'm just not happy with the car. And it's just one of them where he just wants to get rid of it. So we come to agreement. I bought the car off him, and yeah, this is why it sits here. It just interests me because it's a Mark 6 Golf R, and I haven't had one yet. So I'll start off by going around what I found in a quick 10-minute walk around that I did off camera, and then obviously we'll get into the workshop, we'll have a look in the air, have a look underneath, and also we'll probably start taking parts off to have a look at what the damage is under these nice parts here. Well, I say nice parts here, and we'll do a road test as well. But I think the primary damage was on this offside here, and I'd say all down the right hand side. So this whole quarter panel here has got damage all down the side, terrible. This wing here and the front bumper all been very badly repaired. The near side actually looks okay, so everything from sort of this wing back, so the wing, both doors, and the quarter panel here, just everything on this side actually looks okay. So I'm pretty confident that the damage occurred on the offside. Saying that though, there's a small dent on the wing. Could be unrelated though. So we'll start off with the front end and a very poorly painted front bumper. Just got orange peel everywhere. There's also a bit of damage. It hasn't been repaired properly just here. Just terrible. The Volkswagen badge isn't on straight, which is really annoying. The grille's been painted black. Don't know if it's supposed to be black or not. All the grills are also black as well. Headlight, one's black, one's chrome. I think that come off a GTD, and that is a Golf R headlight. So we've got two different headlights. I've also noticed that the front wheels are more staggered than the rear, and I think the offset on these front wheels are different to the rear. So either, I think these are probably fake wheels and they are possibly genuine. I don't know yet, they all could be fake, but the front wheels definitely don't match the rear at this point. Hubcaps are missing. Front bumper, always fixed on this side. This side just pulled out. Yep, there you go, look, just pulled out this side. Just push that back in, you can see where it's been poorly painted, look. So I just want to jump in there, guys, to give a massive thanks to today's sponsor and long-term sponsor of the channel, which is YFood. Now, YFood is not to be confused with a diet drink. It is a meal replacement drink, and you can get it either in a brownie, you can get it either in a powder like this, or even a pre-made liquid like this. Now, there's loads of benefits to YFood, 26 different vitamins and minerals. They're gluten-free, they are lacto-free, they are high in fibre, high in protein, and they keep you full for between 3 and 5 hours. Now, today I've gone for the powder, which is what I normally do when I'm in the workshop because it's easy to make, and I can put it in my pre-made bottle, which you'll get as well. But other options are you can have a pre-made pouch, which is also powder, which has got the exact correct amount for the day in, or when I'm out driving and I don't have time to make a powder, I normally take a shake, a drink with me. They all work great. The powder has around 400 calories and the drink has around 500 calories. So it's just good to know that they're good for you. You're replacing a meal which otherwise may be a fast food meal, which is in my case correct. There's loads of different flavors. Literally not one flavor tastes bad. Even flavors where I don't normally like coconut, for example. I don't really like coconut, but the coconut shakes are still really nice. So, and you also don't need to keep them refrigerated either. Now, they're doing a special promo for the next 3 days, and they're giving you an extra 10% off on top of my 10%. So they're giving you 20% off for the next 3 days. The code is live now until I believe it is the 24th. So if you want to get there, guys, with the 20% off, click the link in my description. It takes you over to their website. Use my discount code, which I'll put on the screen now. And as I say, it gives you 20% off. Now, there's loads of different packs you can choose from. You can choose from a drink starter pack, a powder starter pack. You can mix and match. You can do whatever you want on the website, guys, so have a play around. So a massive thanks to YFood for sponsoring today's video and continue to support the channel. And then we've got this door, look, massive panel gap on this door, and also it hits the sill at the bottom there, so that's where you've got rust. It's just been picking away at it. There's also, again, poorly painted wing, poorly painted door. I did see some runs in the paint somewhere, I can't remember when. Oh, there you go, look. Can you see runs at the bottom of the door, look? Don't know if you better see it. Don't know if you can pick it up, but basically some runs in the paint down there. A bit of a damage there. Basically this whole door is just rubbing on the sill, and it's just rubbed it all the way along. And right, if we open this door, I'm not sure if it's been damaged in here or it just needs adjusting. There's a bit of damage there, so possibly. This has definitely been painted as well, look, so I think there may have been some damage in the A-pillar there as well. Yeah, look, I mean, look how poorly that's been painted, for Christ's sake. Disgusting. So, moving down this side, let's open the rear door here, and this is where it starts to get a bit more interesting. So although this B-pillar's been painted, I don't think it's really been damaged that badly. It's all been painted here, but I can't see any evidence there's too much damage until we go up here. So if we pull, so I haven't actually pulled this trim off, I just pulled this lining up a little bit just to have a look. So if we pull that off, pull this down, and then we can see something's been going on in here, look. Load of dust and stuff. Won't be able to see too much until we remove the cover, but it doesn't look too bad actually at the moment. Doesn't look horrendous. But going down the side here again, poor, really poor paint, even worse, that paint, look at that. I mean, it's really hard to see on camera. It actually looks all right on camera, but it's very badly done. We've got a nice big gap here underneath the headlight. Doesn't match the panel here, look, in line with the boot. As you can see, this side, look, is still off a little bit, but it's a lot better. I think the bumper's really loose. And this is the worst of all bit. Random headlight in the boot, which doesn't even match either of the ones that are on the front. And yeah, this is where it starts to get interesting. Look, so we have a weld here, we have damage here, we have a hole. Let's just get this out. We have a hole here, look. Someone's cut a hole out, and then we can see some seam sealer, and some horrible, horrible crumpling bodywork. Whatever's going on here, look, looks awful. We can see this colour is a different to this. So I'm going to guess that this is a whole new back end piece here, which we can see has possibly been welded in down there. Look, so we'll probably get the rear bumper off to have a look at how bad that is, but it looks like it comes right up here and welds into here somewhere, possibly there. Look, there's a line there, so we'll check that out once it's on the ramp as well. And then yeah, the near side I think is okay. And the other thing to mention is both wheel arch liners are missing on the front as well. Oh god, the sensor wires down there as well, just hanging down. Jesus Christ, this is a trope. This got MOT'd like 6 months ago, and I'm pretty sure the damage was a while ago. So let's start her up, let's go inside. The interior is all right. There's nothing I can really spot with the interior. Oh, actually no, there are a few things. This window doesn't work. Well, it does, but you can only do centimetre increments, and that's it. And the other thing I noticed, put the hazards on. Oh, it does work, it's just not very good. Oh, so it does work, it just needs a new one. And this rear indicator, look, so we have a nice normal indicator, and then on this side we have a sweeping indicator. So yeah, just got two completely different indicators on the rear. Right, so let's start her up. It's done. We have some lights on the dash. We've got error airbag, check tyres, check brake wear, just a load of brake lights as well. Third brake light, brilliant. So it's done 104,000 miles. Everything on the interior looks okay though. So let's get her into the workshop and condemn it even more. Sounds a bit farty. This has got a sports cat on it, so I think the only good thing about this is that the engine and gearbox seem to work okay, but there is a horrible noise coming from. Oh god, everywhere if I'm honest. Oh, offside rear, yeah, that's horrible. So let's have a quick look underneath the car to see what we can find. Straight away I found I've got a dim number plate on one side and one completely missing and just the connector on the other side. We'll start at the front. And so yeah, we've got an under tray missing for a start. We have wheel arch liners, as I've said, missing both sides. We have this random wire coming down here with all the wires stripped out of it. I'm gonna guess it maybe connects to that, if you can see in there, look, it's just a connector with no block on it at all, missing, quite a big one as well. Possibly that may go into it. Without doing research, I don't know. We have a brake sensor wire that's been deleted and badly just flapped around in the wind there. What else have we got? We've got another wire hanging down loose here. The tags for where the wheel arch liner would normally go. Actually, no, this side's okay. Well, it's broken, but the half of them there. This side is, oh no, to be fair, broken, but they're there. Other than that, it looks okay. Can't see anything other than those. Looks quite normal engine-wise. We have a decat, so I was told that it was a sports cat, but it's not, it's just a decat. So it's a decat pipe with a 3-inch mid pipe as well. But the trouble is 3-inch mid pipe's too big, so that is so the noise I was getting on startup and a bit of rattling is this. It's just the exhaust hitting the heat shield there. And I don't think it's, it might be tight, it's just making a lot of noise. It's obviously not tight enough in the middle here, which is why it's so wobbly. So I'll need looking at. Under trim missing down this side, and there's some damage here as well, and there's a hole in it. Look, nice hole there. So this has all been crumpled down here, look. And what else have we got? If we move towards the back, I think this is where the fun starts. On this side it's all right. Can't see anything really major on this side. All looking good. This side though, a bit crumpled here. All crumpled here, look. Don't know what's happened there. Look, looks like they've tried to straighten it and just put some filler over it by the looks of it. I can't really see. So the bumper's loose. We've got a random connector going. Don't even know where that goes. They could have screwed the bumper on there, but just decided not to. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it's impacted anything structurally, as in the suspension mounts. It's probably just got to there and gone no further. But it's not great, is it? So I think we'll bring it back down and just maybe well, basically the main damage is clearly on the rear here. So I think we'll bring it back down, take off this rear bumper, and have a good look as to how bad that really is. Right, so with it all now completely stripped down, I can have a look and see what exactly has been replaced. And the first thing you'll notice is that the crash bar is actually missing. And you can see that the panel the good news is it's only an outer panel that's been replaced. So that means like the inner structural part of the car, i.e. this bit here, is all original. So it looks to be just the outer part that's been cut and shut effectively. So you can see where they've joined in here and welded in poorly, and across the top there, look. And basically they've just mated it to the inner part here. So really poor welding there, look, you can see. But it's just been mated to the standard interior chassis parts. So I believe probably this outer skin here, all this, you might be able to see it here, but all this is off another car and it's just been welded. So I can't see anything obvious under there, won't be able to see, but it looks like it's just been welded onto the body here, and it goes down here and welded up on this line here. So you've got the two panels here that come together, and I believe that's where it's been welded on. Same with the roof up to about here. It looks like it's been welded in. So, I mean, it's all right job on the outside, because you can't really tell, apart from the poor paint, you can't really tell where it's been blended in. So, I mean, that's the only real good thing here. And down here as well, it all looks okay. So actually, the exterior of it doesn't look too bad. It's just the interior which is shoddy. So moving on to the front with the bumper removed, damage wise it looks okay. I can't find any evidence of any damage or anything like that, so that's good. However, there are a few things I've noticed. One of them, the headlight washer system has been removed, so you can see it's been taped up there. We have one headlight washer here that's obviously not plugged in. The other one's just missing altogether. And the other thing is, this is my DRL for this side, which wasn't plugged in, so that's probably why it doesn't work. The DRL for this side has been ripped out, so it will need a new DRL, and I'm pretty sure that the wiring that we've got hanging down here, these three are for the DRL, and this one is for the ambient temp sensor, which is also a fault and also looks to be missing. So so we need a DRL, light, a couple of connectors, a bit of wiring, and a ambient temp sensor. Other than that, well, and obviously the headlight washer system as well. These are all they're just loads of minor things. Not end of the world stuff, but just, yeah, frustrating why it hasn't been done. Right, for the laughs, let's do a full system check on the car and see what we find. And there we go, look, 31 faults. Crash shut off, look, there we go, random multiple misfire. Misfire, brakes, we've got tire pressure warning, that's fine. Climate, refrigerant pressure too low. Activation for LED parking lamp, low beam headlamp, right brake, left brake, license plate, bloody hell yeah, I've got them all here, look. Alarm horn. Front parking sensors, airbag, this will be a fun one, look. Resistance too high, resistance too high, resistance too high, resistance too high. Driver side crash data stored, yep, we know that. Yeah, driver's door control module, we know that as well because the window don't work very well. And even the radio, the antenna. Wow. What a piece of crap. I'm just in the process of clearing them all and seeing what comes back. I think that's it. Is it done? Right, there we go. So, to be fair, it's got rid of 28 faults and we've only got 3 left. So let's have a look in ABS. Tyre pressure warning, okay, it's not too bad. Outside temp, that's fine. Driver's side control module, I think that's acceptable, to be fair. Okay, we'll come out of there then. It's not as bad as well, initially it's bad, but a lot of them cleared. So I've just put it all back together now and I've made some adjustments and actually some improvements. So I've sorted out the rear bumper so it actually lines up better now with the rest of it, so it actually looks okay now. And I've also reattached the rear bumper in the middle here so it's actually fairly solid, and also that gives me a nice clearance for the exhaust so that's no longer rubbing. The downpipe and the midsection were both loose, so I've now tightened those both up and that stops the exhaust rattling. So it should actually drive okay now, I think. Apart from that, obviously, offside front wheel bearing. But we're going to go for a road test now. Front bumper's back on as well. Yeah, let's just go for a road test and see what it's like on the road. Right, so I guess the last thing to do now is go for a road test. I'm just going to make sure those noises have gone on start up. Yep, no more rattling. I don't know how to drive too far, I just want to make sure it works. You can hear the induction, it's got a ram air induction kit fitted. To be fair, it seems to drive alright, you know. Remapped, it's standard. It does feel quite quick for standard, so I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but that's just brakes are okay. Bit lively on the old back end. Drive alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no 20,000 mile Mark 7 Golf R that's not been molested. It is a 10-year-old Mark 6R that's done 104,000 miles, and it feels like it for sure, but it seems to drive alright, to be fair. So there we go, guys. That is, I suppose, the review of the Cat S previously repaired Golf. Now, on the face of it, it looks absolutely fine. You wouldn't really know from just looking at it that there's anything really wrong with it. There's a few telltale signs, but on the surface, it's an okay looking car. Now, this is probably a prime example that if you're going to buy a previously repaired car, you need to do your homework. You need to do as much as you can to find out what the damage was and inspect the car thoroughly before purchasing it to make sure there's no hidden damage, like this car has a lot of hidden damage, albeit it's not major, so the repair on the exterior isn't actually as bad as it suggests by looking in the boot, but still it isn't great. But for a few people that might not bother them and they're quite happy driving around like that, that is up to them. I'd definitely get that rear crash bar fitted though. It seems to drive okay, and if you're not that bothered about the paintwork, it doesn't actually look that bad on camera at all. It comes across actually fine, and I suppose it's not horrendous. Maybe a polish up would benefit it, but again, it's one of those, on the surface the car looks okay. Now, I've made a little list up here, look, of all the things that I've found that need to be done before the car can be like a pre-crashed state, or not even pre-crashed, just everything working as it should, really. So here's my list here, look. I mean, they're all quite minor things. I don't think any one of those, apart from maybe the headlight, will be over £100. Everything else should be really sort of sub 50 quid, if I'm honest. But yeah, I mean, that's what I found. So a nice disclaimer from me. Obviously, that list I've just written out isn't everything. I mean, I've only been over this car for sort of like an hour, so there may be other things that you discover along the way. It's just more of a guide, really, that list of things that I found that need to be done. I mean, some people might not even be bothered about the fact that it's got a different color headlight. Some people might not be bothered. It works, but it's just like things like that. It's not everyone's going to be the same, so what needs to be done will change for different people. So as I said, I don't really feel that comfortable putting a price on it because it's quite difficult to value with all the bits that need doing. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm just going to put it on eBay for a 3-day auction, and I'll set in a reserve, and the reserve is what it owes me, which is £5 grand. So that is what I paid for that car, for this car. So if it meets £5 grand, someone can buy it. If it doesn't meet the reserve, then I'll just fix it myself. I do want to fix it myself. I like going around it. It's like, I can order this, order that, and do all this, but you know, I don't really have time. I've got 3 other things on the go at the moment that I want to get done, and I don't want you lot bending my ear about it either. So if it can go and meet the reserve of £5 grand, then I shall sell it. If not, it will just be added to the list of things that need to be done. So as always, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video on the previously repaired car. It's a prime example of why you should definitely go around and check everything if you're looking to buy one. But the best way to buy a Cat S car is off someone who's videoed the full repair process, like me. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, and it will be the GT4. Cheers, guys.